Appreciate you guys tuning in. The Tastemakers Podcast begins in 5 minutes. Make sure not to go nowhere, because Quote, Brina, Trisha, and Corey, also known as the Tastemakers, will be with you in 5 minutes. Thanks for sticking with us. Oh snap, you still here. Listen, in less than 3 minutes, the Tastemakers Pod will be on and popping. Don't miss Bree, Quote, Trish, and Corey talking about the hottest topics in culture. Again, less than 3 minutes. Make sure to stick with us.
Tastemakers.
Classic. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers. Aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight.
I told y'all, patience is a virtue. This is what perseverance will get you. In just 60 seconds, you will be live with the Tastemakers Pod. Again, appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
For the new tastemakers, sommeliers came out to play. Classics in the current day. For the movers and shakers. For the new tastemakers, sommeliers came out to play. Classics in the current day.
The Beat Breaker. Tastemakers.
Yeah.
Extra time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So like, all right, hold on. Let me get right. So like, y'all know how
Wow.
like when the subs or like when the teacher leave, right?
No.
And then the substitute come.
That's
You
not
know what I'm saying?
Not
And
what
then-
this is.
And like the kids be telling the substitute all kind of stuff.
I can't. No.
All right. What about when you got the guest preacher? When the guest preacher come to preach at the church? No, it's not that.
Maybe.
A little bit of that. Well, anyway, we are here. We are live. We are in these Tastemaker streets. All right. Quote's out of here. Quote went to go DC to go do his thing with his wife. So your boy is in charge tonight. All right. I'm hosting. You feel me? I'm doing some other stuff. We in these streets. But before we get started, I gotta let y'all know who's in the building with me, because y'all know, you know what I'm saying, Trisha's above me. What up, Trish? y'all see Bree that way.
There you go.
And we got one of our longtime viewers. I've known this brother for a long time, you feel me? This is Quote's main man, you understand me? Checking in from Killer Cali. We got the homie Charlie Brown in the building. Charlie, what up, baby?
What's happening, y'all? I am so happy to be here tonight.
Yes. We are excited for you to be here, Charles.
Absolutely. Now, Charles be the dude in the chat that always using those big words, and y'all be like, yo, what is Charles talking about? And you got to go define what Charles is talking about. That's the homie right there. That's that homie right there. You know what I'm saying? And y'all all know me. It's your boy Light Skin Coy, working on my light skinness all week. You heard?
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? Dodging this sun. You feel me? But yeah, we here. I'm feeling good. Yo, Trish, you feeling good? Like, what's your energy like right now?
I mean, my energy is mixed because I'm scared. I'm a little bit scared.
You should be.
What's going to come out of my mouth?
You should
but
be
I
scared.
like it. I think it's going to keep me on my toes, and I'm not mad at it.
That's a fact. Of course, Quote's in the chat because Quote's dedicated. So he wants to let y'all know to like and subscribe. All right, Quote, we got it. Oh, Kira!
Right. He is finna act all the way up.
You already know.
All the way. On every level you can think of, we going crazy tonight, Kira. Listen, I'm not playing no games. But before we get to me not playing no games, Bree, how you living out here? What's up?
I'm good. Just busy. I am gonna say I couldn't say it last week, but I am gonna say it this
You
week.
say whatever you want today, boo. I got
Busy week, just working. Yeah, just kind of nervous, just a little bit nervous about tonight, but we're gonna see how it goes.
What's
I
everybody
feel you, Trish. I'm right here praying right along with you.
We here.
We her.
Lord. Now, Bree, you already done heard what the people already said. They want to hear you talk more. So tonight you're gonna be talking on this show.
We gonna see
On this one right here?
we gonna see on this one
Right here?
But wait,
we gonna see.
how Corey gonna say I'm gonna make you talk all night tonight?
Yeah.
Make somebody do something. Like, what?
Virtually at that.
Nah, we talking. All right, Charlie, what's popping in Cali, bro? How you feeling? What's the vibes? What's the energy? You know what I'm saying?
Man, really trying to adjust to the temperature change. We went from hundreds last week to we in like the 80s now. Trying to make sure that I'm healthy. Really, that's the biggest thing. And staying alive. You know, staying out the way, keeping to myself, making sure I'm straight, my marriage straight, my family straight. And
That's a fact.
yeah.
That's a fact. Wait, I didn't know it got that hot in Cali. I thought it like 70 degrees for the whole life. Like,
Nah,
that's not how it
so
rolls.
by the beach, maybe. But once you get into other parts, especially like we go through a period towards the end of the summer where it's a heat wave every year. It's always little pop-up fires and everything else.
Okay.
Every year.
Man.
That's crazy.
When I was out there, I was in Riverside and it was 107 degrees.
What?
And there was no cool breezes nowhere. Like, it was desert, straight desert.
That's not the move. That's not the move at all.
It's not, you want to stay as close to the beach as possible if you can.
That's why.
I feel that. So my weekend was good. My week was good. You feel me? What happened? I got like mad shows this weekend. I got 4 shows this weekend, so I'm hyped about that. You know what I'm saying? Like big shows, like real shows.
Okay.
Like collect the check at the end shows.
Listen.
Yeah, man.
I got
sporting things this weekend. You understand me? You understand? So I'm super hyped about that. What else happened? So I low key. So my dad works for Apple. I'm not sure if I should be telling y'all this or not, but my dad works for Apple, and he told me so every 3 years he gets like crazy discounts. So I can't. Well, he gets discounts whenever, but for the iPhone specifically, he gets crazy discounts. So at first I wasn't getting the iPhone, but now my dad told me that the iPhone was only going to be $250. So I might have to get it now.
What?
Really?
You talking about the new one?
14. Yes, the 14. He works for Apple. I don't know, but he said he gets it.
$50.
What's y'all Cash App? I'll get that 13 Pro Max plus.
Yeah, plus. 1
terabyte.
So I'm excited about that. I'm about to get this iPhone for the low, but don't tell nobody I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying.
Don't tell nobody I told y'all that on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. What else happened this week? I went to this open mic, kind of, prep for this weekend. That was super dope. Walked up in the spot, seen everybody I know, so kind of felt like family when I was up there. So that was super fire. What else happened this week? Or last week, I guess. I'm still on my US Open tip, so I'm still feeling like pinkies up. You know what I'm saying? Pinkies up as I drink this water.
No.
Yeah, feel me? So I'm still on that tip. I still haven't been back yet. Like I'm still watching tennis. Like I just watched last week the finals. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I start following players now. Like I'm following players on Instagram. Like I'm really about this tennis life right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's always dope too.
Tennis is a super dope sport.
It is though, super dope. But I'm still trying to figure out the scoring system. I don't know. I don't have no clue what the scores are. I have no clue when somebody wins.
We'll get you up to speed offline.
Yeah, you got to, because I'm lost when it comes to that. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's up. Well, I'm glad that y'all are feeling good. All y'all looking good. Trish, hold on. Is that you still got the silver joint? What up?
I mean, it's more blonde, more platinum than
platinum. That's right.
Yeah.
That joint fire though. That joint fire. You feel me?
Oh, let me shout out Catalina. These are her earrings. She made these earrings and I bought them, and they go really well with my Boys in the Hood shirt. So shout out
I love it. Quote typically shouts out everybody in the chat. I'm not really a chat kind of dude. So Trisha's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna be not me. She's gonna be talking to y'all in the chat. I'm gonna be talking in this microphone. I'm gonna be talking to everybody else, and she's gonna let me know, when y'all be saying dope stuff, and we'll pull it up on the screen. But y'all know I'm not that chat. That's not me. Like it's whatever. Feel me? I be focused on the topics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, to keep this show rolling, you know what I'm saying? To keep the show rolling. We got the memes of the week. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like I'm gonna have the best one. I'm just gonna let y'all know now.
Lord.
You know what I'm saying? So we can play y'all little memes first.
Corey.
Knows how to
little memes.
Yeah, y'all little memes first. Go ahead, Bree. Let's roll the memes.
This one is mine, by the way. How do I tell someone to leave my house in King James Version so they won't feel offended? Thou dost not have to enter thine own dwelling, but thou hast to depart from this one.
I like that.
It is always awkward though when you gotta have a conversation when you ready, like for the person to leave your house. You know what I'm saying? Like
black speak, you be like, "Oh man, it's getting late."
I'd be like, "I'm getting tired. I'm about to go to bed."
Right. I gotta do whatever you gotta do tomorrow.
Wait,
what y'all about to do?
Right. You that's the one I definitely hit him with. You know what I'm saying? First, you lean on the couch and be like, "Yo, so what y'all about to do?" That's definitely the international black sign for you. Get out my house.
Hey,
yep.
Somebody starts singing, "I'm about to go lay down."
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
Facts.
Some people don't have home
100%.
training though, so they don't be taking the hints.
They don't.
At
They
all.
don't.
At all. That's what's up. What we got next?
This one's actually yours.
It might supposed to go last, but anyway.
Yes.
Kevin Samuels probably in hell telling Queen Elizabeth she is 6 at best.
I can't. I cannot.
So you 96, you single, got grandkids, and you looking for a high value man?
That's out of pocket.
Wait.
So out of pocket. Like, stop this.
You know he doing that. You know it.
No.
Kevin Samuels out here wilding out, bro. He's definitely doing
not
that
out
right
here.
now.
First of all, he ain't out here nowhere.
Well, he's down there.
In
Oh,
Jesus'
or up
name.
there. We don't
That
know.
is true.
We don't know where
He's
he
not.
is.
He was a pastor. He was in a singles ministry pastor.
Yeah.
What
I
do you
know.
mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Charles. I'm just saying. He was the man of the cloth.
He was.
You know what I'm saying?
Keyword.
So he may still be in the cloth.
She said keyword was. Okay. No, we can't joke.
What's
about
next,
that.
Bree? What's next? Oh, snap.
That's
It's nothing
right.
funny.
We have redesigned the iPhone 14 to the new design of the old design of the same design of the old design of the new design to the same design.
That's a fact. That's a fact, yo.
Funny. Wait, what happened to mommy? I
Oh,
don't
no.
even know love.
It's right. I thought y'all was gonna talk about that one.
I was about to say, Brina.
Go
I
ahead,
had
go
it.
ahead, Bree.
Man.
Not to be forgotten.
Okay, I thought I was forgotten. It was real short.
I'm gonna play it again.
I
I
don't
feel
know.
it. I feel it. And we're gonna talk about that Black Ariel situation too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
We definitely gonna get into that. So I feel that. Word. Well, look, memes of the week. I feel like, of course, I feel like mom's are the best, but you know, that's just probably me being light skinned. You
Yes,
understand?
you thank me. You thank me.
That's you getting Corey. That ain't got nothing to do with being light skinned.
That could be true. That
Period.
could be true.
Dogs.
I just feel like, well, we'll get into that later. But you know. All right, so check it out, y'all. We are got some dope topics for y'all tonight. We got some surprises for y'all tonight as well too that Trish or Charles don't know about, and for logistical reasons, Brina had to know. But
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
What I did this man,
yo, Quote's gonna fire me, bro. Quote's gonna fire me. I'm telling y'all.
Look,
But I
y'all.
just feel like you gotta get it all out when you can. You know what I'm saying? When you get the opportunity, you just gotta like have that Kanye moment.
Just
Y'all
go
ever
for
see,
it.
like the Oscars when Ricky Gervais was hosting and he decided I'm gonna go all out to the point that they don't want to bring me back.
Oh, that's not the energy you want to be on. Not
That's
tonight,
not
though.
the energy.
Nah.
You don't
Like,
want
I'm not
that
gonna
ambition.
get fired, but I might get sat down. Let's just say that.
When you already sitting,
So who authorized surprises?
I know. Quote. Just stay in DC. Quote. It's okay. Just stay in DC. Stay in DC. All right. So on the show tonight,
Oh, boy.
we are going to be talking about. There's a lot of things happening in Christian hip hop. So we got a lot of Christian hip hop news to cover. We got a lot of people to talk about. Like a lot's going. Like this week, a lot moved in CHH. I'm not sure if y'all was paying attention or not, but there was some things happening in Christian hip hop. Trish, like, nah, bro, I won't pay
Tell us,
attention to that.
because maybe I missed it.
Don't worry. We're going to catch you up and we're going to talk about all the CHH news that happened. All right. And then we're going to talk about, y'all just saw it. You know what I'm saying? Ariel was out here swimming. You feel me? Like Chloe was out here. Now, see, that's a little controversial.
That's
Who
how.
was it?
Haley? That was Haley? My bad.
Halle.
Haley
Like Halle Bailey.
Halle was out here swimming, and you know, black people necessarily don't swim sometimes. So I think that was a little bit of the controversy because they was like, I'm just saying, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Just saying.
I think they just don't want to see nobody black.
I know 2 black girls that swim.
We'll save it. We'll save it.
Yeah.
We'll save it. So, you know, the good old boys was mad, you know what I'm saying? Because we got a black Little Mermaid, but we'll talk about that as well, too. Feel me? And then, like we said, you know what I'm saying? Queen Elizabeth died last week. super, super sad, which I thought it was sad, but clearly there was some not missed.
Black Twitter did not.
Because I didn't.
Black Twitter, Irish Twitter.
They
were in rare form. So we will talk about that because I must have missed something. I must have missed that connection. And then we'll also talk about all these rappers on Empire Records are like dying, and that's an issue. You feel me? The latest one being P&B Rock out there in Charlestown in LA. So we'll talk about that. There's some controversy about his girlfriend and locations being on and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get into that as well. Let's get into this first topic and let's talk. Well, first of all, Bree, we good?
Yep.
Okay, bet. So before we do that, we'll say that for the last part of the first topic.
Okay.
But let's get into some CHH news. Let's get into some CHH news. People are coming out with albums. People are dropping who we ain't know is gonna drop. We got reviews in from other albums that came out. So let's get into this real quick. Your man 1K Few is back. All right, 1K Few is back. He posted on his Instagram, and this is his album track list. Now listen, I'm not gonna hold you. I wasn't a big 1K Few fan until I saw him at Domination. You know what I'm saying? Yes, for real. Like, I thought he was dope. Like, not saying he wasn't bad, but like his performance for me took it to the next level. So now I'm waiting for this album to come out. I'm waiting for these tracks to come out, and I'm so hyped when I saw this that he has a full-length project coming out. And you see, like, it's some joints on here. Like, it's a lot of it's a long album.
It's
you know what I mean? And he got it a little blurred out, so you can't see everything. But yo, Trish, how are you feeling about this 1K album? What's up?
I'm excited. I've been a 1K fan for a minute, so I'm excited to see him put out a full length album with just him. And well, he's had a few albums in the past, but like just new, like what I'm saying. I've been waiting for something new from him. So yeah, I'm excited.
When was the last time he dropped? Do y'all know? Y'all remember? Other than the joint he did with Lecrae.
It was, if I'm not mistaken,
Was it like 2-3 years ago?
it had to be like
I think so.
Was it before the pandemic?
Maybe I think it was.
I think it was before the
He
pandemic.
did some smaller projects, like 3-song projects, but we haven't got a full-length album in a while.
Yeah, it was before the pandemic. The joint that has get the fettuccine, then I get it. That's my joint right there. But that album was decent. But I'm curious what this one sounds like.
Dope.
He's grown a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Bree, what you thinking?
I'm excited. Like Trish, I'm a huge fan of 1K Few, have been for a while. So I'm super excited whenever I hear he's releasing anything. So I'm definitely looking forward to this new album. Can't wait to hear it.
That's a fact. Now, it's interesting, and then I'm going to get to you, Charles. I just want to say this one thing real quick. It's interesting because, like, do y'all think all 1K's songs sound alike? I'm just asking the question.
I don't think they sound alike, but there are a lot of similarities because his style is not super diverse. You know what I'm saying? So I think maybe that's why some of them might sound similar.
Got you. Now, I mean, I'm not hating because, like, I'm not tired of it. I just am thinking, like, yo, these songs sound alike. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you heard one 1K song, you heard them all. I could be tripping though.
No, not really. I think he's good with hooks. I don't know. It's just the way that he will, like, I don't know. It's the way he delivers with the hooks. It's just different and it's memorable for me. You know what I mean? And it has depth. I think that the thing that has been lacking with a lot of these CHH rappers is depth. Even though he's saying simplistic things, I feel like it has a little bit more depth, and he be including Jesus a little bit more than a lot of these other CHH rappers. I'm just saying.
He does.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Charles, what's up? 1K.
I like him. I like dude. I think like everybody's saying, I'm looking forward to the album. I'm looking forward most, I guess, because the way that I listen to music and I follow people's careers or the ones that I'm really invested in, I like to see their growth. I think somebody said in the chat he's going to level up. Yeah, Shane Kidd said one
What
kid
up,
going to level
Shane?
up.
Shout out to
This joint.
Shane. Sorry.
I expect him to level up, and then to Trisha's point, and kind of going off of what you were saying too, Gars. I understand why people would say he might sound the same on a lot of his stuff. He has a certain flow, he's got a certain cadence, he's got a pocket that he sits in, and he sits in there well. He could ride his beat, and he knows what type of beats really fit with that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this album and hearing how he challenges himself to potentially diversify his flow.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think it was dope because Gabi called him, said he's going to be one of the greatest to go down. Now, I'm not sure how y'all feel about Gabi's word, but I know all y'all thinking like, nah, Gabi can't talk to nobody. But me, I don't care what y'all say. I still rock with Gabi. I feel like we should bring him to domination, but quote, don't be trying to have it. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, one thing I love about 1K Few, though, is like he's going to rep that gospel. Like he is he's screaming Jesus. He's screaming gospel rap is back. He's screaming like all the things that we didn't want to scream for the last 10, 15 years. Well, not maybe not that long. About the last 10 years. Like he's like, nah, y'all gonna get this Jesus and I'm gonna make it cool and y'all gonna get this trap music. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like that about him because he's not shying away from the message, but he's making the message cool. You feel me?
Yeah.
I thought that was super dope with 1K is doing. So shout out to 1K Few doing your thing. Looking forward to that project. I'm definitely gonna bump it, but all them songs better not sound alike, or I'm only cutting it off.
Hey, I want to know who's gonna be featured on them joints.
True. He said Ty might be up there. Homie said Ty might be up, which is probably true. And then he got relationships with everybody in the industry, I feel like too. So
yeah,
should be dope. Should be dope. All right, bet. Next, coming from I don't know how long this dude ain't dropped the album, or we ain't heard music from this guy in a while. But finally, we are getting music from the homie What Up RG. All right. And I'm excited about this. Holy, okay. I ain't gonna hold you. I am hyped because I've always liked What Up RG since Indie Tribe. You know what I'm saying? I've always liked What Up RG's flow. I like his whole ethnic thing he got going on. You feel me? Last time I saw him in concert, he killed it. But like, he's just that chill, wavy rapper that has something to say, you know what I'm saying? But like he just has that flow that draws you in, you know what I mean? And they saying this is his debut album. If they're saying it, then it is. But I thought that he had came out with an album on Reach already, but apparently he didn't. So this would be his first album on Reach. So that's going to be interesting, right? So that's going to be interesting to hear as well too, because I guess everything we heard prior was before they had that Reach sauce on it. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting to hear what Lecrae did with that, what the people over at Reach did with that, and how are they gonna change his sound up? Is he gonna have more commercial music? Is it gonna be more, trap? Is it gonna be Jesus? We gonna take the Jesus out like we doing everybody else? I don't know. So I want to hear this album personally. And then New Hollywood, that's an interesting title. You know what I'm saying? Like why are we calling it New Hollywood? So best believe September 30th, I will be on iTunes downloading this album. Trish, what you thinking about this?
What Up RG, I agree. He has that wavy sound. He's chill. I think he's a great performer. I'm not like a huge fan. So I'm like, I'll probably tune in. If you say it's dope, I'll probably tune in. I don't know. But yeah, I respect him. I respect the way he's been hustling his way around. I know he's been quiet, but he still kind of finds himself, on tours and performing with other cats. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward. I'm wondering what the sound is going to be like.
Me too. Too. Nah, for sure.
While I'm here, let me shout out the chat before quote get me. Corey going in, so I'm trying to interject. You know what I mean? I'm gonna shout out JR Psalms, Melanie. What up? Who else is on here? Judon. Hey boo. My husband is in here. Daryl Bell. What up, Shakia? And who else? Oh, Kiara, of course. Joe. What up, Joe? What up, Sasha? Sasha in here. Marcos Munoz. Munoz. I want to say that correctly. I'm not sure if that was right. What up, Aisha? And I think I got everybody. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, and then like let me know if they say something fire, and then y'all we'll talk about if they say something dope. Because you're right, I'm not thinking about the chat at all. Chat, I love y'all, but I gotta stay focused. Like I'm not good. Like I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Like I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this right now. So yeah, that's why Trish and Bree and everybody else is here. All right, Charlie Brown, what you got? What up, RG? What's good?
Listen, September 30th is my birthday, so when I wake up, that's getting blessed.
Wait, your birthday's on September 30th?
Yes, it is.
Mine is on the 24th.
What's up?
Is that like Libra? What's that? Scorpio?
Yeah.
Libras?
Yes, sir.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm interested in, I guess it's kind of like the Kendrick situation where, they consider Good Kid, Mad City Kendrick's debut album, even though he had a whole bunch of projects prior to that.
Yeah.
To see debut album for What Up RG, and I'm like, bro, I've heard you got catalog already.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely wavy. I think it's gonna be good.
Gotcha.
As long as they let him be him, don't change him.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a fact. All right, Bree, what's up? You looking forward to it? You don't want to hear it at all? What's up?
I am looking forward to it. Just a little shocked to see debut when I just saw that, but I'm just like, I agree with y'all. But yeah, I'm excited to hear this. I like his music. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. So
word. Nah, I feel that. Bet. Well, look, I got the first surprise ready to go for y'all. I think Bree, we good? We ready?
Yep, we're ready.
All right. So look, before I give y'all this surprise, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, oh my goodness. What's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about CHH news was because I wanted to bring somebody on who's doing something
I knew
big.
you was gonna say that. I knew
you understand me?
Say that.
So I might have made a phone call. Because I'm well connected in these CHH streets. You know what I'm saying? So, coming to the Tastemakers podcast, ladies and gentlemen, we got multiple Billboard number ones. All right. Well, he has multiple Billboard number ones. Dove Award winner. Stellar nominated. You understand me? He's graced the inaugural stage at Domination 2018. You understand me? I actually got a record with him, and I have the best verse on this song that I got with him. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Aaron Cole. Aaron Cole is here, ladies and gentlemen.
What up, Aaron?
Aaron Cole is in the building. Now, Cole, don't lie to these people. You know I had the best verse on that song.
I was 14.
Like that's the only reason.
Age has nothing to do with it. Okay?
Hey man, you got it, man. You got it.
Listen, I've been trying to get Aaron to admit that for the last 10 years. That I had the best verse in that song. I'm not saying
God be humbling me, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you have it. My old self would have just kept arguing, you know what I'm saying?
This guy. Aaron, how are you feeling, bro? What's up with you?
Man, I'm feeling good, bro. Thank y'all for having me on, you know what I'm saying? It's the first time. But
Already. And if y'all don't know, the boys from VA, so you know that's you know what I'm saying? That's that you already know is in the water. You feel me? So look, we doing this CHH news segment, and bro, I know you dropping a record this Friday. I caught wind of it, you know what I mean? And I'm super hyped to hear it because anything Aaron Cole, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this the king, bro. This the prince. Like, what y'all talking about? This dude's about to crush the game, feel me? So, like, yo, talk about the record, bro. Like, how they come about, the features on it. I see 1K Fuse on the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, talk about it real quick.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's 1K Fuse on it. I got my boy Paris Carriz on it.
Oh, that's who that is? I didn't know who that was. I'm not going to hold you. I was like, who's this other dude?
Oh, in the picture? You couldn't tell in the picture?
The picture, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Paris, you in there. Yeah, we low-key might got collab of the year, but I'm gonna let y'all decide. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all decide. But yeah, no, I'm doing cold season right now, so I'm dropping a single a month. And it low-key just came in a whim. Like I was in the stew. And I was low-key watching that Kevin Hart interview on Pivot. He was just talking about, like, I don't know if y'all seen that, but he was talking about the different groups and stuff like that, that like when money gets involved and stuff like that, like they never stay together or they never figure it out. And it just kind of sparked something in me to be like, man, like no matter what, like no matter how high I get, no matter how high my brothers get, like I'm still gonna be pledging allegiance to God. I'm still gonna be pledging allegiance to my family, you know what I'm saying, to my brothers, all that. So it's called Allegiance. Yeah, we just all going crazy on that, John. It's gonna be, and it, bro, like when I say everything try to stop the song from coming out, everything did. And that always happens when like something goes crazy. So for all my billboards that have been, you know what I'm saying, my year, that happened, that joint went viral. So I already know it's gonna go crazy. I'm just letting it do its thing. So
no, that's facts. That's facts. Now, typically when you drop, I feel like, you know, when cold season gets into full effect, you usually have some new music as far as a full-length project to follow that. Is this happening with this, or you just kind of just giving us little jabs right now?
Nah, so these actually my last few songs on my this is my first time saying this. This is my last few songs on my deal. So I'm kind of getting that out the way and then figuring out what I want to do. So
Gotcha.
So these are songs. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm always working, but I don't know what I'm doing next. I'm kind of like in that in between right now. So
Yeah. No, I feel that. No doubt. And yo, Trish, Brina, Charles, y'all know, chime in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know it's the homie right here. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of the, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the ones. So don't even feel like y'all got to be all like safe. You know what I mean?
I definitely don't. And we finally met in person.
Yeah. I didn't know that was our first time meeting. That was crazy.
I know. I feel like we've talked online like for years, but just have never met each other. So, yeah, I don't know if I have any questions offhand, but I'm glad you're here, because when I saw you, I was like, you need to come on the show. Now here you are. So
yeah.
So I think I told you and I told Goss too. Like I peeked when y'all reviewed the album. Like I'll be tapped in. So
he definitely be tapped in. That's a fact. Now, who's producing this track? What's up with that?
My boy Cole. So I don't know how like tapped in y'all are with my stuff, but he's basically done everything for me since 2018. So like I have some stuff where Derek's done, my boy Chino, but he's like my main producer just because like he gets the thing I'm trying to do as far as like, I don't know, like I feel like I'm the only kind of person that navigate all the spaces that I'll be navigating, you know what I'm saying? Because of like the singing and stuff like that. Like I'll be at the Stellars, but I'm also on CCM radio, but I'm also really tapped in CHH. Just like not a lot of people like that. And so not a lot of people get my sound. Like they like, oh, I'm gonna give him this, when it's like, no, I'm not trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? And Cole just gets the whole thing. So yeah, so he produced this one and he's produced like a bunch of my other stuff. So
dope.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You've been in the CHH space for quite a while. What's your take on like the temperature of the community currently, and like where do you see yourself in that space?
I'll say I'll start with temperature. I think it's good right now, honestly. Like outside looking in, I don't know how y'all be feeling about it or whatever, but I say right now, and like talking to OGs before, like far as just like brotherhood and like us all doing songs together and us all like being cool with each other, like it's very different than back then. Like back then it might have seemed like they was cool, but I'll be hearing stories, gang. They wasn't good for real. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like when Few and P did the video, like they were staying in my crib. Like it's like stuff like that. Like I don't feel like it was going on back then. So just as far as the temperature, as far as us, like I really feel like, and this is a hot take, but I really feel like we the golden era, low key, like just a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. So now, as far as me, I don't even know, because I don't even be knowing what. I don't know how people see me. Like I just be kind of doing my thing. But like when I talk to CHH like platforms, they see me as a singer. But then when I talk to like these singing platforms, like they see me, oh, he's the rapper guy. So it's like I don't even be knowing. I just be doing me and seeing what happens. So
yeah,
I feel like it just at the end, like we gonna look up in a couple years and I'm gonna still just be doing my thing, and all the people that, you know what I'm saying, like because since I was 15, like people always be trying to put people above me and below me and all this other stuff. Some of them not here and stuff like that. And that's why I don't even try to pay attention to it anymore. I'll just be like, I'm gonna just do my thing. And when 15 years down the line, when I'm still doing stuff, people gonna be like, oh yeah, like Aaron's still here, you know what I'm saying? So not to get crazy, I say that humbly, but you know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like longevity is different over here.
No, that's real.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah, man. It's first off, like shouts out to you for your career and the longevity that you had. And even at your young age, like you've been doing it for a minute, you've been consistent for a minute. I think I got put on 2 years ago as like, yo, who is this kid that's rapping like this? And but not to want to box you in, because I had a conversation with somebody before where they were very adamant on making sure that you allow them to breathe and be as an artist. So they might rap one day, they might sing another day, they might go and do a spoken word piece on another joint. At the end of the day, it's all creative expression. So dude, just keep doing you, keep doing your art. You know, VA gonna do what it gonna do. So
sure. Appreciate that.
But I did have a question for you. So Goatee, how have they been for you as a home?
Yeah, it's been dope. Like Toby, that's big bro. Like he been in my corner like since day one. Like anything that I wanted, like I can always, you know what I'm saying? Even sometimes when the people that at the label kind of like going back and forth sometimes, like I just be handling Toby like, man, come on, handle this for me. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? He make it happen. So man, they love me over there and I love them for real. Like, so like I said, I might stay, I might go, I don't know. Like it just depends on what God want me to do. But as far as my experience, it's been awesome, man. I love it over there. I know some people, you know what I'm saying, have stories and all that, but I say like, as far as integrity and all that, like Toby and them, like they top tier for sure.
Yeah, that's important. You have people around you to make sure that they can help point out some of your blind spots when it comes to industry stuff.
Oh yeah, that's my pops.
I was about to ask if he's still. I guess he's gonna forever be, right?
Yeah, forever.
Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Kels.
Yeah, when you see me, you're gonna see him. Unless he's doing his own thing. Like I'm probably doing my only show without him in the past few years, because you know what I'm saying, he be doing his own thing with books and stuff like that. But yeah, like my pops always be like, nah, this ain't it, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we locked in.
Facts. Yo, so like you got a couple projects that are already out. You got some joints that you did, of course, before Goatee. Then you had some joints that you did with Goatee. So where do you rank your projects if you had to rank them? You know what I'm saying? I heard Jay-Z talk, and he was saying that 444 is fighting for third place in his discography. You know what I mean? And typically we think that our latest album is our best album, right? But you've been in the game long enough and you've released enough music, and you've I guess all your music has been out long enough to, at this point, where do you rank your albums?
All right, so let's talk about this, because I was peeping when y'all was talking about the RG situation. How do y'all see projects? Because to me, I only got 2 albums.
Nah, facts. So and that's what I think too, Aaron. But yeah. I think RG, because didn't he have some joints when he was on Indie Tribe?
He never had an album. He had
an album with 7 songs, right? Or am I tripping?
Well, yeah, EPs.
Yeah.
I think an EP. I thought it was 7 songs was still an EP.
Yeah, 7 songs is low key still an EP.
Nah, remember when Ye was releasing albums that were 7 songs?
I don't know. And it's also too it's how you present it, it's how you treat it, it's how you it's all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when he was on Indie Tribe, he was really doing singles. You know what I'm saying? Not to be, you know what I'm saying, RG. I feel like I'm boxing for RG right now, but not like when he was on Indie Tribe, he was having singles and stuff like that. First thing from Reach was Pleasant Hill, but it was an EP. Pleasant Hill was an EP. Raul was an EP. Yeah, this is like first full length album. So okay. I had to fucking be honest. You know what I'm saying, when I was 16, but I was like 6 songs. Virginia Boy, that was like 6-7 songs. So my first full length was Not by Chance. But if we go on projects, I can rank projects. But
projects.
Okay. I think I'm gonna say, and this is my first time saying this. I think Not by Chance is probably still my number 1.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Not by Chance is probably still number 1, but then it's going 2 Up, 2 Down. I feel like on 2 Up, 2 Down, I would have said 2 Up, 2 Down first, but like I don't know. Like when I was in Not by Chance, I was just kind of like in a different mode of like a hungry mode, like trying to get out type vibe.
Right.
But 2 Up 2 Down, I feel like I found that sound of like, yo, like, nah, I'm actually both. Like I'm actually a singer, I'm actually a rapper. I feel like I'm Not by Chance, I was trying to show people that I can bar them to death type
Yeah.
vibe. So so yeah,
that's when I was like, well, who is this kid?
Nah, no cap. So I know those two. And then low key, I would go If I Can Be Honest. And then I would go Virginia Boy. Because If I Can Be Honest, I feel like not a lot of people now know it, but like people that was tapped in with me at that time, like Got No Choice was kind of like a little moment with me and Caleb. So
yeah.
So that's where I would go. That's where I would go.
And chat, if y'all got questions for the homie Aaron, you know what I'm saying? We all family here, so definitely shoot your questions. Trish will get them to us if they're acceptable. I mean, if y'all talking crazy, you're not gonna ask them, you know what I'm saying?
Hope got a good question. You want to ask it, Trisha?
Yeah. He was asking, why would you leave Goatee if you have a good thing?
You got brave. That's what he said already.
Nah, no, that's not what the Lord want to do. If He don't want me to go there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like that's definitely top one. But then two, like I feel like that was my rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? Like when I signed there, I was like 14, 15. I was leaving the true situation, but still like nobody really like knew me. You know what I'm saying? For real. So like it was still my rookie deal. Now that I'm kind of in the place that am now, it's like I just gotta see what's best for me and where God want me to go. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is,
wait, what? What
you about to take the talents to South Beach?
So what you're saying is, like, you Lamar Jackson right now.
Nah,
I'm not signing unless I get this number. You feel me?
He ain't really even about the number for real. If you ask my dad, it's about the number, but for me, it's about, you know what I'm saying, what's best for me, and that could be Goatee. And I feel crazy talking about this right now because it's my first time talking about this, so I'm like, but nah, like.
That's real though.
Please don't say anything to slant your negotiations.
Yeah.
You gotta chill. You gotta relax.
You know what I'm saying? But right now, like I'm just making sure I'm finishing this up, like great. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got the rest of the year kind of with them, so I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, take over with them while I can. Like I'm still finishing strong. So
nah, facts. Now, we saw you on the Stellar Awards. We saw a lot of CHH on the Stellar Awards this year. And we thought that was fire. Like when I first saw you up there, the first thing I thought about was like, why isn't this man on the stage? Why they got him rapping in the front row? Stage.
Okay.
But that whole Stellar Awards experience, like how was that for them? Like finally, you know what I'm saying? Show some love to CHH.
Yeah, nah, for sure. So to answer the stage question, I was last minute ad. You know what I'm saying? To be 100. I had a show the day before, which is the day before with the pre-show, and they asked me if I wanted to do the pre-show with Jay Moss, if I wanted to do Lead Me with Jay Moss, and I was like, I got a show. And I don't think I'm gonna cancel the show to do the pre-show. Not to sound crazy, but like,
I feel makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I kind of felt the way because I was like, dang, like that's the Stellars. That's hard, like whatever. But they called back like a couple days later and was like, hey, we had a slot open up. It's in the new artist, you know what I'm saying, slot. But you know what I'm saying, we would love for you to perform Glory. And I was like, nah, for sure, like I'm there type vibe. So that's what happened with that. So I got blessed low key because the other two, you know what I'm saying, shout out to them, but you know what I'm saying, they had it in the middle of the crowd, like that was their new artist thing. Somehow I got it in the front, you know what I'm saying? So it was like Kirk, it was like everybody up there. So when I got done, I felt lit. Like that just was crazy. Math was going crazy. Like it felt fire. But then the whole experience was crazy, man. Like I feel like I when I got with Toby, like I was in the CCM like rooms and stuff like that, which is dope. Like I got good relationships with them too. Side note, I'm going on tour touring Wells, you know what I'm saying, couple weeks. So make sure you come through, you know what I'm saying? Get your tickets. I think we coming to VA. It's one of the things that start with a W. I don't know. It's a lot of them, but But yeah, so like being at the Stellars, like, and being with people that I actually like grew up on, like that was hard. Like Mr. Brown got me when I was walking off, like that, I was like, that's hard. so yeah, it was fire, man.
Are y'all coming to Atlanta? The tour?
Yeah, we coming to Atlanta. No, it's in November.
Okay.
I'll tap in with you though. It's in November. I don't know what date it is, but yeah.
What about Cali?
You said where?
Cali. LA. Yeah, I'm in LA.
Yeah, we coming to Cali though. We coming to Cali. I don't know what date, but we there.
Okay.
Yep.
Word. Well, look, man, the new song comes out this Friday. Make sure y'all run those numbers up. Support the young Prince. You know what I mean? Aaron, man, I've been trying to hold you down forever with these older spitters. I've been trying to let them know, like, yo, Cole's the truth, bro. Like, listen to what my man be saying. Feel me? So, yo, you keep killing these boys. Keep your foot on their necks. All glory to God, of course. But you know what I'm saying? Thank you so much.
Everything moving in Jesus' name.
Yeah. But yeah, man,
I'll get the respect one day, but it's all him for sure.
That's a fact. Well, look, man, we're gonna let you get out of here. But appreciate you coming on the show and do your thing, big homie.
Nah, thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
So that was one of my surprises.
That was a good surprise.
I'm still nervous.
I was a little shook at first. I was like, is that gonna be who he got?
Don't worry. There's 2 more surprises.
Oh Lord. Lord have mercy.
And last but not least, in CHH news, I thought this was kind of interesting because Bree, go ahead and bring that up. How is it that Eminem, Dr. Dre, and DJ Khaled got #1 on Billboard Christian chart for that song they got on, the joint on his album that I guess they calling that a gospel song?
Whose album? On whose album?
On Khaled's album.
The God Did album?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild? So, all right. So, yeah. So that's the news.
Stop doing this. They
got Trisha. This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sure why they are giving so much shine to these secular rappers that are on Christian projects or make Christian songs, but they act as if, and they may not know, but like CHH exists. Like, it's a whole thing. And I feel like they not doing their homework and realizing that there's actually Christian hip hop artists who do this for a living and not just one time to get an accolade. You know what I'm saying? So I was appalled when I saw this. I was like, who is in charge here? Who is doing these things? So that was my reaction. I don't know. What do y'all think?
It's just weird to me. I mean, my husband, he just said this is why CHH shouldn't be a genre. And I don't, it just doesn't make sense. And I agree with him because I feel like that's why CHH gets like looked over because it's like this particular label of hip hop. It's like, it's just making hip hop. And if it falls under the Christian genre, okay, that's fine. But like, they just ignore it because it's Christian hip hop, So it's kind of like this. It's definitely a very like small subgenre that just doesn't get respected. So I don't know. The people gonna do what they do.
Johnny's crazy. Brina, what's up? What do you think about this?
No, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, you see the names like Eminem, Dr. Dre, like it's gonna go #1 just regardless. But it's just kind of crazy just to see that, like Trish said, like they won't acknowledge CHH or, we get the CHH's whack label all the time, but why y'all doing it? So it's crazy.
Joint's wild, bro. It's wild. I mean, because I look at it and I just don't understand who makes these decisions on Billboard. Like, who's the intern or the staff person that they hear a song and they automatically label it gospel, even though it's not gospel artists singing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's always, I don't know, man. It's always super weird that that's on there. So yeah, it's mad weird. What you got, Charlie?
All right, so I may be off on this. So if anybody has input, correct me if I'm wrong. From what I understand from a business standpoint, when people are putting their albums together, they can label whatever part of their project whatever they want to. So if they put out a single or something and they're like, oh, this is dealing with this topic, this subject matter, I'm going to make sure that when I plug it into iTunes or Spotify or whatever, that when it hits those algorithms, I'm going to label it what I want it to be able to pop up in to try to get it the most hits possible. It's the same way you would hashtag something on Instagram and you use whatever words you think are going to get it the most eyes, most views.
Yeah.
So I believe they can do that with these projects. And considering that the song is about, or at least Eminem's verse is dealing with, faith in Jesus, I could easily see how Khaled and his people would be like, you know what, we're going to market it as this on this album, or how somebody listening to Spotify or iTunes or Tidal or whatever might feel like, okay, this fits in this category because this is the subject matter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does leave the subgenre behind because you're going to have the mega stars that are talking about the same subject matter. They're already going to have more ears on them. So all Billboard is doing is basically telling you from a numbers standpoint, this is who is at the top. This is who got the most spins. This is who got the most streams. This is who got the most rotation. This is who got the most clicks. Billboard isn't necessarily telling you this is who you need to go listen to.
Yeah.
That's what gatekeepers are for. Billboard is not a gatekeeper. They're an analytics company.
Exactly.
So with them being an analytics company, they're just giving you the data of based on what you all, the people, are clicking on and listening to the most. This is the list. So it's so I don't necessarily hold against Billboard. I think Daryl said it earlier in the chat. Trisha mentioned it. I've hated the idea of a subgenre for years. I used to be really big in it. I'm very big on repping Jesus, being out there in these streets trying to get the gospel out and everything else. Unfortunately, though, when you pocket yourself as a subgenre, it is legitimately pocketing yourself. So if you think of like the MCU and how there's this whole, multiverse and all the major characters and stuff that exist, but then you have a pocket reality over here.
Yeah.
And unless you're in that pocket reality or visit and frequent that pocket reality, there's no reason for you to care about that pocket reality. They could have things of great substance that could impact the rest, but you're so focused on whatever the mass multiverse of music is that you're missing out on the contribution of this pocket reality. And until they decide to step out of that, and like Trisha said, just make music, just create. If you about that life as far as Jesus and everything is concerned, your art is going to come across in your art. From out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. It's going to come out. It's not going to have a choice but to. You don't have to force it in there. And when you let that be, you don't have Muslim rap. You don't have 5% of rap. You don't have any of these other categories. People are just spitting and letting their art be what it is. And it's going to draw who it's supposed to draw.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it.
That's dope. Man, I think about the issue when the gospel artist had an issue with Kanye being number one, and he took over the billboards when his gospel album came out. And, I was like, y'all need to relax and just make dope music and y'all be all right. You know what I'm saying? But if they have an issue with this one, I totally get it because I got an issue with this one. And I think for me, it's because it's a quick grab. If I can go get a number one billboard slot real quick doing gospel, let me go ahead and do that. And I think this is the epitome of what's it called? Appropriation of when it comes to the music and comes to the culture. So because you'll get more money for having a number one album or number one song, and you can charge more for different things because now you have the numbers to back it. So for me, I don't like it because it's a quick grab for that. When you're going to run over there real quick and then run back and never do a gospel song again. Like Eminem already done backslid 3 times.
But see, to your point about the appropriation piece, how many people, though, that didn't pop off in quote unquote secular decided I'm going to slide over into this Christian space where I know that they have a built-in fan base that's loyal.
That's a good point. And I think the thing about gospel music is that you don't have to be a Christian to do gospel music. And I'm not sure how I feel about that yet, but I'm saying if you're going to do gospel music, then do that. Even if you're not a Christian, like make the music that's gospel. Don't be like R. Kelly, make a gospel album and then go back to singing about sex. Like
But
that's why I
they
think
do that,
like,
they do that for the money though. Like it's not about, you know what I'm saying? They're being quote unquote smart because they know what that is going to accumulate.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I
then
feel
you got
what
artists.
you're saying. I feel what you're
But
saying.
then, so I was listening to a Tank interview, and Tank was like, he can never sing gospel music. Like, and then he said that he wouldn't do that because he felt like it's wrong for people to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, yo, like nobody wants to hear a gospel album from me. One, and then two, I wouldn't do that.
He was saying down, but
He sure would.
Listen, TJ slid into his lane. He could slide in.
Come on, man. We don't want to hear no gospel from Tank.
I mean, his content is
That's what I'm saying.
nowhere near no gospel.
No, that's also somebody though. You got to think. Like I think a lot of people that are deciding, oh, it's a money grab. I'll jump into it and do what it is. I don't know how many of them like grew up in the church with a legitimate love for God like that. Tank is a church boy. So
He
even
is.
if you know, that's the same thing like back in the 60s or 70s, folks that go out and like, I'm gonna make this music. I love God, but I'm gonna make this music, and I'm aware that what I'm doing, people may not agree with as far as a lifestyle or anything like that is concerned. But I'm not about to then turn around and try to act like, oh no, you know, it's all whatever. I think that might be the place that Tank is coming from. Like, oh no, I love God. I love what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing this. Don't ask me to do that because I'm not about to disrespect God with sincerity.
I just wanted to read Shakia's question. She said, "How many CHH artists engage communities that are not in the church, and how many unsaved people are at the shows?" That is an excellent question.
That is
because I feel like, well, from my perspective, I'll say there are particular artists, not a lot. There are particular artists that do engage in the communities that outside of the church. And I'll say 1K Few for one, because a lot of his homies and people that he'll bring to the show or whatever, like some of them ain't, not all of them, I don't know, but I know some of them are not, you know what I'm saying? And I know he's very intentional, but I don't, that's not a common thing, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
That's a good
Judon
point.
asked a good question. He said, does CHH get looked over because it's a genre or because God is the focus?
Because God's the focus. Until somebody cool does it and makes God the focus, then it's cool. So like when Kanye made God the focus, because he's already Kanye, then, it's cool. But if Lecrae does it, it's not as cool and it won't be received as well because he's not that big of an artist. So you have to already have the status and then talk about God. You can't come in talking about God and having the status. I think, in my opinion, unless you're an anomaly, kind of like Chance is, but Chance still cusses, talks about weed. So then that's why he can slide, right? But if he was like explicitly Jesus only, I don't think he'd have that much of an in when it came to mainstream music. And then people also, they want to do what they want to do and be confirmed with it, that I can do this and still be a Christian. And I think Chance does that for them. It's like, oh, Chance cusses, he smokes, he drinks, blah, blah, blah. And he says he's a Christian. Bet I gravitate towards that because that's what I'm doing too. And I want to be, confirmed in that.
I don't know that I agree with Shakia. Because she said if God being the focus was the issue, these songs in Kanye's album wouldn't be number one. And I agree with that. I think that it's not necessarily that God is the focus. I think that it's the content in terms of like sometimes it's only about what we understand, right? Like as believers, I feel like a lot of songs aren't always relatable. And maybe the people just can't relate to what they're saying. I don't know. I think that's part of it. I'm not saying that is it, but yeah. And then Daryl was saying Toby is an anomaly. He is, but the reason why, because I will say this, I think it's both the fact that CHH is a genre, and sometimes it's because God is the focus. But the thing with Toby is he's never claimed CHH whatsoever. He started off being his own person, just like I'm just doing music
from the Swaz.
Yeah, I mean he was, and I think he was intentional about that, about not labeling himself as a CHH artist, which I think was smart. very wise. Because people don't, as soon as you put that stamp of CHH on your situation, it's like automatic overlook. Like
Pocket universe.
I don't want it, you know.
But is it though? Because I'm thinking about 1K Few situation, and he's super CHH right now. And you got the dude from Griselda checking him out. You got him getting love from what's the boy? His producer, who's also a church boy.
Zaytoven.
In my opinion, I think Few gets more looks than Cray when it comes to outside of the CHH situation.
Again, content, his relatability, and like I said, he's very intentional about engaging communities outside of the church. That I think he's positioned himself differently. Okay. Even though you're coming from like Lecrae has already established himself with a lot of the mainstream artists in the mainstream like world. So I think that gives him some kind of credibility. So he's got that too. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of factors, that makes him a little bit different.
Yeah, Daryl said if we were trying to prove that CHH community and infrastructure was holding us back, Toby would be that proof. Facts. Like people who have been putting in work but didn't decide, okay, let me box myself in. Yeah. I'm just gonna come out, I'm gonna just create, and you're gonna love it because it's dope.
Yeah.
And then I've seen it happen with people where, Goss, you probably seen it happen for you where somebody might have heard you rap or heard that you rap, seen you somewhere, not knowing what your content was, heard you and thought you were dope. And it was like, and you were talking about God, that's fine.
Right.
I think that reaction being a much more genuine reaction of, oh, you're dope and I like your content, as opposed to you're telling me what your content is before I found out if you're dope or not. I've already kind of got a preconceived notion about what it's going to be.
For sure.
Brina, I got a question for you, Brina. And I got my first, So Brina, do you think that Lecrae, because I know you're super into Christian hip hop, probably most person here on this chat, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Do you think Lecrae is a bigger name in force than Toby right now? Or because I think they're equal. I think a Lecrae and a Toby is the same. They're running at the same. They're neck and neck right now.
I mean, I would agree with you. I mean, in the CHH space, Lecrae is probably the bigger name. But I mean, Toby is just a large name. Period.
Right.
I mean, that's just kind of how I see it. Because there's a lot of people.
Because like Toby calls for something in the Water Festival, for like Rolling Loud. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm
saying. Just overall, it's Toby. Like there's a lot more people who know Toby than you have to be in the Christian space to know Lecrae.
Facts.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
To Brenda's point, if you're well, y'all do domination. If you're a show promoter and you got to decide for like say something in Water or something, and you're thinking,
I want Toby.
I was gonna say. Do you want a Lecrae that's going to bring you a particular crowd because you're like, I would love to have that audience here, or do you want Toby that's going to smash
Toby
whoever shows up?
But
give me Toby.
Toby not gonna do it.
Toby's I know.
Because
I know.
Well, no, not specifically for him to do domination. I'm just saying though.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you meant.
Period.
Yeah,
Toby's going to get the looks that Lecrae might not get, in my opinion, because as incredible as Lecrae is, people are automatically thinking his crowd is a certain crowd. Toby's crowd is diverse.
Yeah, for sure.
So
and you don't think
Toby's reach might be bigger from a marketing standpoint?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we don't think that Lecrae has can't talk. We don't think that Lecrae has escaped the CHH label?
Absolutely not.
I mean, he's been intentional about saying, "No, we're CHH."
Oh, he's back. He's back on the CHH wave.
I guess so. You didn't see the meme that just happened with Russell Wilson before the game, when he was like working out and dancing around with his headphones on and going like this. So the meme that they put to it, they said when Lecrae comes on.
I didn't see it.
They thought it was clowning, but it was actually kind of a good look.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I gotta check it out.
I'm trying to call Russ corny and the super Christian dude super saved, so he's only gonna react hype to music that's Lecrae.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got you.
Wow.
All right. Word. Well, that was a good convo with CHH, and I know we went off on a little tangent, but I think it was necessary because I wanted to get y'all's opinions on all that kind of good stuff. Moving on, y'all. The Queen died. The Queen died, y'all.
Beyonce.
Latifah.
That's the only queens I know.
Listen, I'm not even gonna hold you. I didn't know who she was for real. So now, I mean, okay. So somebody told me about like when Prince Harry and the girl from Suits got married, right?
The girl
from
Suits.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah, her. She's bad. I love her too, right? When they got married, I low key started digging into the whole royal family thing. Then I found out it was all fake. Like they're not really queens and kings and like princes. It's like this made up government in London, the UK. But like it's not like there's no authority to it for real.
Well,
like,
not anymore. But they do come from actual royalty from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like it's not like the president of the United States. Like it's not like.
I mean, so right.
But I said that to
go ahead.
But I said that to say after I learned about it, I really didn't respect it anymore. Once I realized that it wasn't really real, so I just stopped following it after that, right? And then one day, last week, the Queen popped up dead. I said, "Oh, this is so sad." You know what I'm saying? She y'all know what I mean. She passed away. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that this was a sad thing, and then apparently I go on Twitter. And this is a funny thing. And apparently there's like beef between the Queen and Meghan Markle. And there was beef between the Irish people and the Queen. So someone's got to inform me, first of all, what the beef is and why it's so funny to black people that a person died. And then secondly, like, yeah, just give me all that. Give me everything right now.
All right, who want to take this one?
Go ahead, you go and I'll
ahead.
It's a lot.
All right, so the history of the royal family in England and the colonization of a bunch of other countries and everything that's taken place over centuries has gotten people up in arms to the point where it's like, we don't really rock with y'all. So it's basically like if you had an oppressive slave master whose children continue to benefit off of your slavery, the slavery of your family, and there's still systems and everything in place that your family still is still getting the repercussions from. They're still marketing, making money and everything off of that. And you know that that's really their only thing that they contribute to society now. Because like you said, it's not a monarchy where they have power in places. They're still esteemed, they're still respected because they have titles. But everything that their family has done, everything that their country has done under the rule of the family and everything else has people to a point where it's like, you know what, you gone, good riddance. Like I'm not gonna celebrate you dying.
Right.
Me personally, I feel like it's crazy how people react to death nowadays. But the times that we live in is very much where if they ain't rock with you, when you gone, it's good riddance.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what it was with her. It's not just Black Twitter. It's not just Irish Twitter. There was I think a CNN interview with a British lady, like right outside the palace, and they're like, "Oh, the Queen has died. You know, what are your thoughts on her?" She was like, "I mean, I really." Not affected by it at all. They're like, really? Why do you say that? She's like, well, they've committed so many atrocities and the way in which they've covered up for certain members of their family. And, you know, at the end of the day, they probably weren't really the best of people. So for them to be gone, it doesn't really affect me in any way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm caught up now. I know what's going on in these streets.
Particularly Jamaica, I want to say Haiti.
Barbados as well, I think.
Yeah,
they just got their freedom. Or independence.
Wow. Independence, yeah. Canada, the Queen is on their money.
Oh, for real?
They have like 83, I think. There used to be like 83 territories around the world that weren't England.
Yo, what?
On their money.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, it's weird, but the thing is, like Charles was saying, the money that they have, a lot of it comes from. It's literally like the remnants of slavery.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, and a lot, and Judon was saying he didn't understand why Black Americans were celebrating her death. Well, a lot of the Black Americans have been affected by slavery. So for them, it's like, and I agree with Charles. I'm not about to celebrate nobody's death.
Right.
Like, that's between them and God. Whatever you did, that's between you and the Lord. Okay. But I understand why people aren't like, crying and sad, So
Yeah. And that makes a lot more sense now why some of my less melanated friends were sobbing and they were crying and they were,
Really?
like it was a thing.
It
And
was
then,
crying for real?
I mean, not crying, but it was like the
I'm about to
queen
say that's a
died.
whole
Oh
nother
my
situation.
God. No, not crying. But then you had, I feel like all my black friends were making jokes. Like it was the funniest thing in the world. Like the memes I saw were like just ridiculously funny. Like Black Twitter was in rare form that day.
Oh, Black Twitter was wilding.
They were in rare form
the entire day.
Yeah.
Yep. They
Now,
were
did
planning
she have
funerals and everything.
what was the beef between the Queen and Prince Harry, or was it Markel?
Well, it was both of them, because the thing is, like, with the royal family, they have like there's expectations that the Queen and them have for them, and
Okay.
I think I don't know all the details, but what I do remember is like Harry and Meghan was like, we're like, y'all are not supporting us. Y'all don't like, we want y'all to respect our privacy and all these other things. And that's why they left. Part of it was why they left, right? Like, Charles,
So that was a part of it. I think another big part of it was Meghan being black.
Yeah.
And like, I'm really not trying to be on here and be like the race person on the show.
No, but that's the truth.
Meghan being black caused conversations within the royal family of with the way that the lineage and everything goes and the male heirs and all of that. The idea of when this child is born, will they be too dark for the British crown?
Woo.
That was something that was happening. She was getting racist remarks and stuff made towards her from other members of the royal family or other members that serve the royal family. The British tabloids and press were constantly at her neck and at her throat about whether or not she was good enough to be royalty before she even became before she even married. And then when she married, it was continued. And as a husband, Harry got to the point where it was like, listen, y'all need to fall back or we're gonna fall away.
Right.
And then when he took the stance that a husband would take to protect his wife and the family that he's establishing, the tabloids started coming at him. The British press were like, oh, she's twisting him around and making him turn against his family, and like everything fell on her. And all the way down to the Queen just died. They went over there to be present, and the press was surprised that they showed up. Harry's not gonna miss his grandmother's funeral. He still loves her.
Right.
And Meghan's his wife. She's gonna support him. She showed up and she's shaking hands in the crowd. And there was like one lady who went viral for basically shunning her. Like, I'm not shaking her hand. And a lot of people were retweeting it saying, I share the sentiment.
What?
Yeah.
For nothing. Just because she's up. Stop it. Stop it. And that's the problem.
Wow.
What's wild too is that Harry and them, they have a great grandmother way back who was black, who was a mix, but they're not gonna tell that part. They're not gonna talk about that.
Wow.
Queen. Hello. But we're not gonna talk about that. That's a whole other conversation.
So what was the deal? Because I heard like Princess Diana got through in there and that they was beefing. Y'all know anything about that?
That I don't know about. I know that what's her name? King Charles III now. What's his wife's name? I don't remember. I know they're being very intent in calling her the Queen Consort.
Because she cheated. That was his mistress.
Yeah, she cheated on her husband. He cheated on his wife.
Mistress. First of all, the royal family, they didn't like Diana, and I don't quite remember the whole. I got to go back and watch the documentary, but they really did not. They was not feeling Diana for some reason, and I think a lot of that. It's a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama, but oh yeah. So Tasha was saying Harry feared the tabloids would kill Meg like they did his mother, Princess Diana, which the tabloids killed. Like the paparazzi is what killed her. They were chasing after her.
Mm-hmm.
So It's a mess.
What up, Tosh?
Crazy.
My queen.
She wasn't fully fitting into their model. Thank you. Yeah, that's
Queen Tasha. I got your helicopter ready, girl.
Hey, my queen.
It's my queen Tasha.
Anyway. Princess Diana wasn't trying to do what everybody else wanted her to do. She was her own. She was fashionable. You know, they ain't like that. They want her to wear certain things. She's like, no, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear.
They literally have a set of rules on everything. What you wear, where you wear it, how you stand, which hand you wave with, which hand you shake, where you walk. If something happens, there's protocol for everything. Like the queen's death. There's protocol for if she dies in the castle. There's protocol for if she dies off
what
property. There's protocol if she dies on a different property. All of that stuff has to happen in a certain way. It's all mandated and all there. And if you don't necessarily fit in or follow the rules to the letter of what their protocol is, then you become potential issue. And I believe that's what happened with Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. All this is making sense now. I feel like this is like a Downtown Abbey type thing. What's that? Downtown Abbey?
Yeah.
I mean, there's also what, The Crown?
The Crown.
We're rushing back to go watch The Crown.
Bridgerton.
I love Bridgerton.
You know what I'm saying? All them shows with the accents. You feel me?
And Bridgerton is based off of Harry and them's great. The black queen.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
See, the people don't be talking about the things because they don't want to acknowledge. Harry looked just a little bit like that queen, the mixed queen that was there. They kind of look alike a little bit. So I think it's interesting.
I heard that Harry and Meghan live in Harlem now.
They probably do.
That's what they said. Right there on 125th, eating chopped cheese every day.
I ain't mad. They got their freedom. Let them be.
Harry about that Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Yeah, they out there. Meghan doing all this. It's carnival.
Harlem is gentrified. It's not even what it used to be. Not even a little bit.
It's not.
The last time I was there, I was like, where we at? So many white people. I was like, I've never seen Harlem look like this before.
That's a fact.
Crazy.
That's a fact. Word. All right. Well, moving right along here on the Tastemakers Podcast. For the sake of quote, like, subscribe. Y'all know.
For the sake of quote,
saying something gradually.
Hello.
It hurt you to say it.
We talking about.
I mean, but you know, quote be the one that be like forcing people to like and subscribe. I just feel like if you like it, you're gonna like it regardless. Like you're gonna like it if you like what we doing. Like I'm not the dude that's gonna say, hey, like everybody come to the front if you love Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what quote be doing. Y'all know how the old Christian hip hop shows used to be.
Yes,
oh my God.
Like I hated that. You know what I'm saying?
So you ain't want to see the people come to Jesus.
No, I'm just saying it's obligatory. It's so like, well, I love Jesus, so I gotta run to the front. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's manipulation. That's what it is.
No.
It's manipulation.
Not what that is.
But moving on.
Preaching the gospel.
Right. If you hate the Lord, be quiet.
Right. I hated that, bro. They used to do that. Yeah.
I don't like it.
I've been to plenty of shows where they did that. 100%. All right. So speaking of black people, I was scrolling through my timeline. Megan was black, bro. Harlem, Megan. No, we didn't connect it. I didn't transition that well.
Let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through my Instagram timeline, and one of my friends had the Disney little movie up, and I said, "This looks like a Little Mermaid." And then she was singing the song. What's Ariel's song she sang?
Part of that world.
I can be. Whatever. Hold on.
Part of your world.
Part of your world. Part of that world. I thought it was that world.
It's not Whole New World. I thought a Whole New World.
No, that's Jasmine Latin.
That world. It's that world. I'm not tripping. Chat, please help us out.
What's the song?
We got the clip of the trailer.
Oh, well, play the clip. Yeah, play that jump. Play that jump.
Play it.
could be
Come through.
part of that world.
I know My Little Mermaid.
Bro, she made that jump for like a Hillsong record.
I can't.
What?
Bro, I'm over here in worship.
What?
Yeah, it was a little. It had a little.
Bruh, she had me like,
She had me like
Russell Wilson during pregame.
No.
He was like, this. Fam, that jump was hard. So, I mean, I already know we all for it. I already know we're all here for this black Ariel. You know what I'm saying?
We are.
We are. I know the consensus with the tastemakers is that we cannot wait to see this. And my first opinion was that I thought this was so dope. It almost brought me to tears. I'm not going to hold you. Almost brought me to tears.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about how brainwashed I've been over the years.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh, that's weird. She's black now. But like, why did I even think like that? You know what I'm saying? Like for me to even think that it was weird, for me to even be shocked was like, oh my goodness. I'm not used to seeing like these black superheroes or black animations and things like that. So for 2 seconds, I was shocked. And then for the rest of the day, I was like, yo, this is so fire. Yeah. I was like, this is so dope. And for me, it's more so because the future generations coming up and the kids now coming up, they are going to see this and they're seeing more black people on TV. So they won't be in shock when they see black people actually doing positive things rather than just ratchet stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was so hyped that the world is starting to finally get it. And that black representation is super important when it comes to the TVs and it comes to channel shows that we watch and programs and movies and things like that. So I mean, listen, I'm gonna go see it 5 times in one weekend when it come out just to support. You know what I'm saying? Because this joint about to be fire, bruh. But then also my man Legacy Jones, he be up in the chat sometimes. Like there were a lot of black people who got casted for the first one, and they had their voices. Like the lobster, he was black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he pointed that out too. That white people shouldn't be mad. Well, if they were mad, they should have been mad back 25 years ago when it came, or probably longer than that, when it came out, because there were a lot of black people who were the voices of the lobster and some other people in there as well too.
Ursula too. Was it Ursula?
I think Ursula was black too. Yeah,
I think so.
There's a history to Hollywood with that though. I'll get into that in a second.
No, for sure. So that was my first reaction. I was just hyped for the generation coming up that they get to see so many black faces and black people on TV that we didn't get when we were coming up. So that's me.
Yeah. I just wanted to say this real quick. There's a thread on Twitter of all of these young black girls looking at that premiere or a trailer, and they're all like, oh, she's black. Mommy, she's black. Like I literally was crying because growing up, I loved The Little Mermaid. Like that was my favorite movie growing up. So to see a character like be the same shade as me, you know what I'm saying, representing me and my girls being able to see that, they can see themselves in these shows and these movies. It's so major, and this is why it's so important for her to be black. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why people don't understand that. Like, stop being racist.
Stop being racist.
Cut it out.
What you got, Charles? What's up?
I was gonna say, like, definitely. I saw that same thread, and I didn't cry watching the trailer. I definitely cried watching these little girls react. Yeah, like, it wasn't just the mommy, she's black. Oh, look, she's black. It was watching them have their reactions. Like, it was a girl with locks, and her mom was just kind of behind her, cuddling her. And when she saw her pop up on the screen, a brown girl with locks, she went like this. I was like on the verge of tears and just had a big cheesy smile. Another little girl was like, mommy, she's brown like me. Those things, like, as a father, and thinking about how representation matters, being able to have your children look at some of their favorite characters or some of their favorite properties and see themselves in it, as opposed to like when we were kids, we didn't have black folks that we could look to on shows and everything like that. We had like, if it wasn't the Huxtables, A Different World,
Yeah,
Family Matters, what was it?
that was it.
Cartoon perspective,
Right.
we eventually got to having like a Wayne head. Like in my opinion, Skeeter from Doug was black, but
Mm,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Right.
like the whole thing, as far as like you said, Mr. Legacy Jones was talking about, they should have been mad back then. Hollywood has had a history of when it comes to black faces being the protagonist or black people being the protagonist or a major character in a film, they're never allowed to be in human form.
Mm.
All the way down to, if you look at what was the movie that Will Smith came out with where he was like a spy and it was him and
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the dude's name, but like 60-70% of the movie he's an animal.
Yeah.
Other people in the past have been cast in roles where the majority of the movie they're an animal. Princess Tiana, the majority of the movie she's an animal.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Like that's been a historic pattern within Hollywood for years, and there are people that are writing, producing, directing that are trying to change what that is. It's just sad that like it's exciting to see. It's sad the backlash that there is for it. Like there's an entire thread on the same way there's a thread about their reactions and how excited they are.
Yeah.
There's an entire they're on Facebook groups specifically saying Christians against the Little Mermaid.
Why? For what?
When you go into those threads and you're seeing the memes and stuff they're posting, it's the scene where Ariel comes up out of the water and it splashes behind her with the rocks.
Yeah.
They replaced her face with somebody that's got big lips, wide nose, and buck teeth, and they replaced the rock with the watermelon.
Please send me
There's a silhouette of her in the water, of a mermaid in the water with chains, and it says "The Little Slave."
Send me them. What?
Like, these are the kind of things that
Because no.
yeah.
Talk that talk, Bree.
No, I mean, I'm just gonna. It's like to see the racist reaction. It's like, okay, now you know how we feel whenever we have to watch movies and see white Egyptians or white Jesus or a white Moses. Like, y'all mad over a fictitious character? Like, this is a fish.
What is we talking about?
Right.
Like, why are you so upset? It's crazy. It's crazy that it's like, it's okay when we do it, but it's like they want to see themselves on screen. They never want to see black people represented on screen unless we're slaves or inmates or anything else. It's crazy. Or maids. Yeah.
What you call it? The Ring of Power series that just started is getting a bunch of backlash and flack because they have black hobbits. And I'm like, fam, hobbits are fictional.
Wait, what's this?
Exactly.
Ring of Power? It's the new Lord of the Rings movie?
It's a show. It's a show on Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So they have black hobbits. They have other black characters. If anybody's keeping up with the new Game of Thrones series, House of the Dragon,
yes,
they've got black people on there. People are up in arms about that. They were mad at Idris Elba for playing a Norse god. They're like, they're mad at the fictional stuff, even though, like Brina said, for years they've been replacing actual historical figures.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why y'all mad? Like, it's just giving. God.
Now, do y'all think this is Disney being sincere, trying to make a push and trying to move the needle forward and have more black people represented in their movies? And they're a big conglomerate, so they figure, hey, if we do this, then other movies may start doing it. Or do you think it's the pressure from society making them do this, or do you think it's like a sincere type thing?
So personally, I think it's a bit of both.
Hmm.
And really, I think it's three things. I think it's the pressure of society. I believe there's a level of sincerity behind it. Like if you were to look up mermaids, which sounds even crazy to think about, but even in historical context of the legends and tales of mermaids, there are black mermaids. Like there's descriptions of mermaids off the coast of Africa and all that kind of stuff.
And Jamaica.
And so that kind of stuff, as far as the folklore is concerned, it exists. But there's also the standpoint from a dollar where, we know that there's a push of quote unquote woke culture or whatever you want to call it. And if we're going to continue to reap the benefits of the finances of the people that we're trying to get the money from, we want them to come see our film. What do we need to do? Diversify our cast. There's such a huge push for diversity, equity, inclusion across the board. Those are like the hot button issues. Everybody is all of a sudden trying to invest in their diversity and make it a thing, whether it's sincere or not. It's something that, you know, this is at least an action that can say, look what we're doing.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Interesting.
It's a trend.
I think they saw this. Well, even though this is a long time ago, 3 or 4 years, maybe 3 years now, they saw the success of Black Panther and how everybody supported that. And I think because Marvel and Disney are owned by the same people,
Marvel's owned by Disney.
Right. So I think Disney's like, they go back to the, you know, to the offices. They're like, listen, we got to remake all these old movies that we did with white people, and let's make them Black. Because these over here buying tickets, and you know what they said. You know the word they said. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just feel like, again, they're capitalizing off our struggle, and they're capitalizing off us being trendy right now. And most people do it. Like Balenciaga does it. Tommy Hilfiger did it. You know what I'm saying? When things were popular, because they know Black people spend money, especially when it talks about us. So I don't know, man. A part of me wants to believe that it's sincere, but then the other cynical part of me is like, y'all just trying to do it because y'all know we hot.
I wanted to read a couple of things from the chat. Kiara said she was responding to Shakia. She said, how deep is it that they don't even want imaginary Blackness? And Tasha said, or Kiara said, because movies are escapism, and for them, escaping means a world with no Black people. And then Tasha said, I didn't hear a peep when Queen Latifah played Ursula on the live Little Mermaid special a few years ago, so we can be evil squids. Because you already know they don't care about Black people being bad, because they already see us as that anyway.
Right.
So it's like, y'all wasn't up in arms about that, but you up in arms about the Little Mermaid. Like,
that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Now, what if they had a white Aladdin? What if they remade Aladdin and made him white?
It still ain't right.
So, yeah, from a context standpoint,
just asking.
I'm about to say, you just asking to ask.
You know, we're gonna be right back here having the same conversation in December, because her is gonna be portraying Belle in Beauty and the Beast. It's gonna be on ABC. Yep.
Really?
Oh, I'm here for that. I'm here.
Beauty and the Beast.
That's gonna be dope. Yes.
It is.
Okay, her acting. Okay.
Beauty and the Beast is a French tale. They have Black folks in France.
They do.
Yep.
Yes.
Who's gonna be the clock? The clock's gonna be an important role. Trying to tell you.
That's a good question.
The clock is the X factor in that movie. People sleep on the clock. Yes. He was more important than the candle, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know no names, but I just know the clock.
You're not about to disrespect Lumiere like that.
Lumiere? That's his name?
Lumiere.
What's the clock's name? What's the clock's name, man? Clock was the X factor. I'm trying to tell y'all. But anyway, word. All right, we're moving right along, getting to our last topic of the night. Man, it's crazy, y'all. Like, so I don't know if y'all watch battle rap or not, but there's this rapper that just died in battle rap. His name's Pat Stay. He was a real big deal. He's from Canada, and he got stabbed, right?
Wow.
And then this week, the dude died. PNB Rock just died, and that rocked a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just bad out here when it comes to rappers dying, and it seems like in no other genre of music do people die the way that we die. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting murdered, we're getting stabbed, we're getting like we are violently dying. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily because old age or whatever. But man, it's difficult to digest because I think just the nature of the music, I feel like sometimes gets confirmed when more of us die that way, right? So the nature of the negativity of the music, I feel like gets put on a platform that's higher than it already is. And then you have people like who are locked up, like Young Thug and like, you know, the whole YSL and them, and the lawyers are using their lyrics against them, you know, saying they did these crimes because of this reason. So all that negativity tied together, it's just a bad look for the genre as a whole. You know what I mean? And of course, hip hop's always going to be blamed for it as far as just hip hop culture and things like that. So when this young man died, someone made a post and they said, "Why are all the rappers on Empire Records dying?" And I thought about it, and I went back and looked. I was like, man, this is scary. You had King Von, you had Young Dolph, XXX Tenacion, PNB Rock, MO3, Draco the Ruler. All of them were signed to Empire Records. Now,
that's wild.
Right. I'm not a superstitious kind of guy. I'm not that guy that, you know, talks about stuff like this in that way. But I do find this a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like, I do find this eerily suspicious that all these rappers have died specifically on that label within the last 5 years. So that's weird to me. That's odd to me. And you have one thing of just death in general when it comes to hip hop artists, but when they all come from the same family, it's just weird. And then one of the things also was that people are trying to figure out who's to blame for this. And people are saying that his girlfriend had the location on, and you know and she may have been setting him up, and she may have been, you know, trying to, you know, I don't know if she was mad at him, if he got caught cheating or what, but they're saying that the people would not have known where he was at if his girlfriend didn't have the location, because she had it on and then she deleted it, and then next thing you know, there was a robbery and he got shot to death and he was lying in a pool of his blood. So it is. So there's a lot of theories and a lot of stories surrounding this story in particular. But I don't know, man. What do y'all think about, I guess, first, the situation where everybody is dying on this record label, on Empire Records, and then, you know, how do y'all feel about the girlfriend situation?
I'll jump in. Somebody said that they're the new death row.
It seems like it.
I mean, that's what it's feeling like. It's what it's giving. I did not even know that until this show. Like, you said it earlier, and I was like, I didn't realize that they were all on the same label. So, I mean, it does seem a little suspect. If it's an insurance scam, like I think Tasha may have mentioned, or Shakia, that's crazy. Because why would they do that? Yeah, I think it's sad. And I mean, even aside from, not to like change what we're talking about, but it's a lot of Black rappers, male rappers in general, are dying. Like, even the older cats, like in their late 40s and 50s, that's still young.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's very interesting. And you know, we know that nothing happens just by happenstance, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be something, some reason, something is going. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it is sad just to learn about how they're dying too. That's like, all of them been murdered. Like, what's up with that?
And then Jesse Powell passed away as well too.
Jesse Powell,
yeah.
No, that they didn't even say how he passed, but he said he was at home. Maybe he was sick. I don't know, but
the rappers are dying violently.
Yeah,
like,
that's that part.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Charles, what you got, Charles?
There's a few thoughts on it.
And you live in LA.
I do. So there's a different perspective that I could bring to it. I didn't even know to try to make a correlation of them all being on the same label.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to get into, like, because I'm the first person to tell all my friends, like, you know what, I don't do conspiracy theories, but I pay attention to patterns. So that's something that's a new pattern that's now put in my purview for me to be able to try to understand better. So I got to make sense of that. I will say that from a standpoint of the music itself, there's an energy that's put out through music. Music is the most powerful force in the world.
Sure.
More so than sight. Sound is the most powerful thing. It's the only thing that can be introduced to you without your permission.
Yeah.
And with that comes the repercussions of whatever that's stirring up in you. So all the violence and everything that's put out there that the labels are making money off of, that they're marketing and pushing and encouraging people to do, whether you live it or not. In order for you to be seen as the realest out here, you gotta link up with a squad. You gotta tap in with folks when you touch down in their city. You gotta start waving a bandana. I can't tell you how many people I've seen move to this city and actually have a chance to meet them, shake hands with them or something before, and then within a year or two they banging now, and it's like, who put you on? How'd you get into that? Like, there's folks I won't name, but even with that, it's like, okay, now I got to go extra hard because I'm supposed to be from such and such. And the gang culture in LA, people not in LA don't understand it. Gangs are everywhere. LA is a tale of two cities. So there's the surface level of everything, and then there's what's beneath the surface. And you can make a left, you can go down the street and make a left turn and be in somebody's hood, make a right turn, be in somebody else's hood, throw a stone across the street and be in somebody else's hood. And being able to understand how to move and navigate with that. I'll say for PNB Rock, rest in peace. Never try to disrespect the dead or anything like that. I think people coming at his girl, I don't know if that's warranted or not, although I will say it wouldn't be out of the question for a woman to line up a man that way.
Man.
There's been a story so many other times where dude, was talking with a chick. She was getting him, nice and sauced and soft to the point where he felt comfortable enough to come see her. All the while, she got her homeboys in the back that's like, yeah, when he get here, this is what we're going to do. So make sure he shows up. So stuff like that does happen. I'm not saying that's what happened here. The Roscoe's that they went to, so it happened at a Roscoe's. It's on a particular street. I want to say Main and Manchester. That area is known for, that's a particular Roscoe's. People in the city, from the city, don't go to unless they got business over there. There's always some wolves out in the parking lot seeing who's coming in and out. So chances are, whether she had her location or not, they would have seen him. And Ice-T was talking about it on Twitter. He's like, I'm sick and tired of having to try to tell y'all about this gang culture in LA. It's real, and y'all keep moving around like it's not. Like, there's wisdom to how you move in the city. There's wisdom to going places. If I know that I'm going to be in an extremely racist area, probably not going to go there. Or if I know that, like, you should be allowed to go anywhere you want. Let me back up. You should be allowed to go anywhere you want, do anything you want with whoever you want. That doesn't mean that it's going to be safe for you to do.
Facts.
You should be allowed to go in the woods, buck naked, doused in honey.
Right.
When them bees come and tear you up, or them bears come and tear you up,
listen,
you'd be mad at the environment that you went to.
Yeah.
So if you're flexing on the gram, and that's part of the culture, flexing, trying to show off and everything else, especially when there's a crab in a barrel mentality of, oh, I see you, who was it? I forgot the artist, but the song, you want it, I want it, you got it. Don't make me have to go in your pocket. Like, I can't even remember who did that, but that's like a real mentality. It's people touch down in the city, and people know 9 times out of 10 a celebrity will show up, especially when they on the gram and everything else.
Yeah,
the wolves in the street, they know when you here.
They be checking.
Like, I need to see you. I need an opportunity because you look like food. You out here flexing and flossing. I'm gonna get what you got. It's happened repeatedly, and so I'm just saying there's a wisdom to moving about in the city. Kendrick don't rock no chains. Game wears chains when he's in certain spots, but he knows where not to be, when not to be there. Draco, again, rest in peace. Draco died due to some issues that he had with some folks from a completely different neighborhood. And him, now, I'm not saying that they did it because I can't speak to that, but I will say he's one person who was in a certain spot and decided to beef with the entire city of Inglewood. The entire city of Inglewood is notoriously blood territory.
No.
They've got different pockets within them that beef amongst each other. But what happened to him happened at a show where I knew some folks that were there. They left in time to not have to deal with none of that bull. But it's a certain energy where, and being in this area, you can understand and kind of get a sense when something's about to go down, and your antenna, if you're wise to it and you pay attention, you can know like it's time for me to get out because something about to jump off. I don't know what, but I feel it is thick. You from this neighborhood, you from this neighborhood, they from this neighborhood, and y'all somebody trying to holler at somebody girl, or y'all about to be in here trying to bang and see who's really about what. They like Black life has to matter to us. And when you see people in Black life has to matter to us. When you see people in the building where it doesn't matter to them,
I heard you.
They have nothing to lose and are willing to die for it.
Crazy.
It's like, I'm gonna take my Black life and I'm gonna leave.
Listen.
That's a fact. Man, that's a lot. Said a good stuff right there though. Bree, what you think, Bree?
I mean, it's just, just thinking about how, a lot of these rappers have been dying violently. And even with the death row correlation, it's like the other thing too, if you live, it's like what Jesus said, if you live by the sword, you die by it.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is like, if you choose that world and you choose to, live the way of that world, that's the risk. It's sad, but that's why CHH is here. Just to spread that contrast that, you don't have to live like that or die like that. But it's sad.
Yeah, very much so. And I wonder, man, is this gonna, because of the so many occasions that it's happened right now and the frequency of it, that's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna make people change the way they talk, change the way they rap about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still shocked in like, how is Tekashi 6ix9ine still alive? I wish no death on him, but I'm just saying the way he talks, like, how is this man still alive? You know what I mean? Because he talks crazy.
That's talk crazy.
And I'm just thinking like there has to be a point where enough is enough. And I personally don't think we're there yet, but I think about people changing incrementally, and you changing the way you live, you're having new experiences, you're realizing there's more to life than just gangs. Like, I'm talking about people that like only know this kind of things, right? There's more to life than just gang banging. There's more to life than just the hood. And once you have different experiences, you can talk about different things. So I also believe it's a thing of us trying to, not us, but like people who are subjected to this lifestyle. It's something about them having to get different experiences so they can talk about different stuff. Because like Charles said, you attract the energy that you put out. Because like I think about, for me, man, like, now don't get me wrong, Richmond is definitely not LA when it comes to gang culture or nothing like that. But it's not. It ain't but like, I feel comfortable in whatever hood I go to, and I feel like, because I got friends who live in the hood and things like that. But like that energy, I can be around that energy, but that energy not be around me. And I feel completely comfortable because I feel like that's not like, nobody's gonna come try and test me, or nobody's gonna try and pull up on me because they know, oh, that's the church dude, and for some reason they respect that. You know what I mean? So nobody's ever tried me in that way, and I can be in a hood and be in a bad part of town, or part of town that's known for crime and drugs and stuff like that, and feel totally comfortable. But if I was like living that lifestyle, or talking about those lyrics, or rapping about I'm the hardest out, or rapping about how I'll kill somebody if they try to run up on me, then I'm gonna be a little nervous because I didn't talk about all that. You know what I mean? So I think energy is definitely important when we're talking about situations like this. I'm not too familiar with P&B Rock's music, and I'm not sure what he should talk about and things like that. So I can't speak for him when it comes to that. But I think us as a culture, we have to be very mindful about lyrics that we are putting out in our songs.
Absolutely.
To that point, I think there are a lot of times, and for years, you would hear people talk about, well, first off, the idea of like enough has to be enough. To who though?
Yeah.
Because there are people with the mentality legit like, niggas die every day, B. You gonna be all right.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Somebody gonna die somewhere. If it ain't you, then you good. So there's that. There's also the people who stand to make money off of Black death.
Yeah.
That are they're not gonna change anything because they're continuing to rake in the dollars. Why would they want to kill their cash cow? Yeah, and then there's the idea of what you just said of needing to change the content and the context of the music. People will all the time be like, well, like Jay-Z was like, I'm not your daddy. Who am I? Like, who am I to tell you what you should or shouldn't do?
Yeah.
Other people that'll make their songs will be like, but don't blame my music when somebody goes out and does this violent act. I've been in a studio session with a major artist and listened to them after they finish with their lyrics. And I'm trying to think. I'm not gonna say their name. The song.
Drop names.
I'm not gonna. Matter of fact, no, I don't. So okay. The thoughts and views expressed in this top left box.
There you go.
Do not belong or reflect that of the Tastemakers podcast.
Thank you.
Young Buck. When I first moved back to LA and was interning at a studio with a major dude, I want to say my second day there, my first night was BET Awards. Second day I went in, Young Buck's in the studio recording. And it's a song that never got put out, but he literally, the hook, he's like, everywhere I go on every effing block, I turn around the corner, somebody got shot, the whole world rocking, everybody got popped. Then the music just stopped. Somebody got shot, so get down. They shooting in this, get down. We ain't caring who we hit. That's his hook. It was hard, very G-Unit, and it finished, and his boys and him was like, whoo, somebody getting shot to this.
No.
That let me know.
Wow.
Y'all know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly the spot.
That's crazy.
So when it's time to be responsible and accountable for your words, don't try to be like, well, we were just expressing stuff. It's not our fault. They went and did it. You're inciting the violence.
Yeah.
There are people out there who legit understand what they're doing and the impact that it will have. But as long as they can stand to gain and profit from it, if it puts them in a better position to move out the hood, y'all keep shooting each other. I'm going to make the money off of y'all shooting each other and buying my music to move my family out the hood so I don't deal with it no more. And I'm not going to give back to y'all because I know if I show up, somebody going to be jealous and shoot me, kill me like y'all did Dolph in his own neighborhood.
Yep.
Kill me like y'all did. Like, there's so many other rappers or whatever that get shot at home. Boosie did a whole interview talking about the most. What'd you say?
Didn't Pop Smoke get killed at his house?
Nah, Pop Smoke got killed out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was in LA.
Pop Smoke got killed out here, and there's all kinds of speculation as to whether or not he was lined up by a chick. Like there's all kinds of speculation with that kind of stuff. But just the idea of what you're putting into your songs, it's going to impact people. Indeed. Be accountable for your words. And when it's time to be held accountable for your words, don't plead ignorance. Because I've had a peek behind the curtain, I've seen how the Wizard of Oz operates. I don't believe in Oz anymore.
Yeah.
That's my experience. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm sure there are a lot of people who will be able to tell you different stories of stuff behind the veil where certain conversations were had and it's like, wait, what? Or so-and-so did what? And it is what, like, I used to live in Nipsey's neighborhood. Low-key would have been there when he got shot because I used to go to that shop. I decided to go back home. Got home and walked in the door and they announced that he was shot.
Wow.
Shot by somebody in his hood. From his hood.
Crazy. I feel like it was reminiscent of Tupac and Biggie's death. But I think it was, I don't know, it hit a little bit harder just because, he just, yeah.
I'll tell you, the whole city grieved.
I know.
Nipsey had been grinding for years.
Right.
And like, I feel like just about everybody out here has a Nipsey story of how they met him or when they met him or whatever happened. And I'll save mine. But like, he was doing stuff where the idea of a Black leader that's unifying others, not just the Blacks, but the Latinos, the white people that are allies, like getting gangs that legit had feuds for decades and generations against each other to come together in peace for the sake of trying to build and uplift the community, to create infrastructure, to buy businesses, to build schools, encourage STEM programs, all that kind of stuff. Preparing to put out a documentary to help with health, physical and mental, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And to see somebody like that snatched.
It's crazy.
it turned the whole city upside down. Like people grieved and mourned, but it was also like he was the linchpin to the grenade that was holding stuff together. And now it's been exploding. Like it's been a slow cascading explosion ever since.
Wow.
It's tough.
Wow.
Listen, man, we gotta really like be mindful, like a lot of people are saying here in the chat, and we have to realize that our words do have power. You reap what you sow for sure. And that just keep people in prayer too, yo. Like you gotta cover these kids, bro. And we gotta cover the music that we make, and just every time when you go outside, you know what I mean? You have to be covered in something. The blood, you know what I'm saying? Covered in prayer. You gotta know Jesus, man. At the end of the day is what I'm saying. You gotta know Jesus, because y'all know I'm gonna always give y'all this Jesus for sure. Charles, man, we appreciate you coming through tonight, bro.
Man,
Standing there for the homie. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? I'm actually gonna be out there in LA November 1st to the 5th, so we'll link up this time.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'll be out there cutting a new album. So we definitely gonna make something happen. I'm trying to go to a Lakers game. You know what I mean? So if you know anybody got the tickets, let me know.
I'll see what I can figure out with that. You said around November?
1st to the 5th.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'll put that on the radar.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Trish, is all hearts, minds, and clear in the chat?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot said. Just agreeing with a lot of what Charles was saying.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know if I want to go through all of them because that was
don't
heavy.
be like quote. Don't be like quote.
That was heavy. I mean, it was a heavy topic because but
It was for sure. Good
Quote
stuff.
did that just for you last week. I know he did.
he was doing the He was
I don't know why.
like,
We got like 2.5 hours. Why you want to keep us on here longer?
oh,
Brina, you good?
I'm good.
I love
you
it.
said
I
it was
love it.
2 surprises. What happened to the other one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna chill. I want to come back, so I had to chill for a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I want to get invited back. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't even think Quote is on here no more. And maybe he is, but he just quiet.
Quote be lurking. Quote be
Nah,
lurking.
if he ain't said a word, he good.
Quote be lurking. But he'll go back and watch the replay, then cuss me out during the week. You know, it happens. But listen, appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. What's Quote say? All that stuff Quote be saying. Yeah, do all that.
Like, subscribe,
Yeah.
comment.
Did I do good? Did I do all right?
Yes, you did.
Tell a friend, or whatever the case may be.
Yes, or whatever the case may be.
There you
Hey,
go.
we didn't mess up any words. I gotta find a word to mess up.
That's true. We got that's the word. In Quote memory. Yeah, absolutely. Do got to do that. Word. Well, we'll see y'all next week, 10 p.m. You know, on Wednesdays. We out of here. Tastemakers. We out. Bang, bang.
Tastemakers.
Classic. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. We do more than make a living, we make a life. When everything is dark, we are the light. We are the tastemakers, aight. Let tomorrow tell the stories that we make tonight. For the movers and shakers, for the new tastemakers, sommeliers came out to play. Classics in the current day. For the movers and shakers, for the